actually looking at the Milky Way, which I can't recall seeing before in quite this extraordinary way. The night is painted with stars. A town like this is like a river. Lots of hidden currents and eddies, concealing their own secrets. I haven't even broken the surface yet.
All right, good evening. How's everybody on Earth doing tonight? I hope everybody's feeling good. All right, let's go ahead and get transitioned in here and we'll get started. How's everybody doing tonight? This is Sovereign Starseed. We're accelerating Earth's awakening process by streaming every night about some cryptocurrency, privacy, just things to help humanity stay sovereign. My name is Seth. My friends call me Silky, Sov, Star, Starseed, whatever you choose, baby. This is what I like to do. And I also like to end up bringing you some live streams, other things like that. But for now, this is good. All right, so thanks to everybody for tuning in to these streams every night. It's excellent that you guys do that because, hey, we're gaining our sovereignty more and more by us, staying aware of what's going on. So, anyways, with this, let's go ahead and get started. Today's been a busy day for me and for cryptocurrencies. So, if there's anybody out there that's sending me messages or anything like that, I apologize. I haven't responded yet. Just been taking some time to myself and really learning a lot about, the cryptos again and what's going on in the space, so I could share some more. So, thank you so much to anybody that has been sending messages or anything like that. I really appreciate it, and I'll be getting into those soon. All right. So before we get started, let's see. I want to end up saying a few things, or just one thing that I'm grateful for, and I would say that I'm grateful that I got to go and see the ice castles today. So there's something really cool that happens in Colorado where you can end up seeing these castles that are made out of ice, and they're probably all kinds of other places too, but I went to go and see the ice castles, and I thought that was very beautiful, and I'm very grateful for the people that take the time to put something like a huge castle made out of ice together, complete with like fountains and like all kinds of stuff, tunnels and slides and all kinds of stuff, and it was just so much fun. So I'm grateful to have the opportunity to experience something like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get in here. Let's bring up the news. Bring up the news. Alright, cool. So, just bringing into the news here. First of all, Bitcoinist.com puts out this article today that says, "Move over CryptoKitties, Cryptodogs just launched in China." Just a few months after the CryptoKitty craze, China has jumped in on the fun. Cryptodogs has launched in China. Although it may just seem like another copycat, pun intended, concept, there are a few key differences. It isn't based on Ethereum. Instead, it's based on another blockchain platform named A-Chain. And CryptoKitties was launched in December, with the game immediately gaining huge popularity due to its implementation of blockchain technology in an easy-to-understand fashion. Think of the old Tamagotchis, but combined with Ethereum and the blockchain. Players could collect virtual cats by buying them and breeding them with each other. Each cat had its own unique DNA, which determined a number of traits. From fur color to breeding time, each trait was determined by a gene clearly encoded into the Ethereum blockchain. It was very, very popular, and it lost its popularity and hype towards January. Many players weren't actually interested in playing the game, but instead they were hoping to breed and resell the cats at a nice profit. As the result of the rapidly growing transaction fees and the increased price of breeding cats, most players quit the game, causing the virtual cats to be priced at more reasonable figures. As of right now, the cheapest cat on the marketplace goes for 0.0021 Ether, just a little under $2 USD. So CryptoKitties 2.0, Cryptodogs. So CryptoKitties really never took off in Asian markets such as China and Korea. The site is only available in English. Even though many in the Chinese community expressed their interest in playing a game, the language barrier simply prevented them from doing so. However, Cryptodogs was just launched, targeting the Chinese market. The site is only available in Chinese, so users interested in experiencing this Chinese knockoff will have to Google Translate or use Google Translate or a similar tool in order to play. Nonetheless, those already familiar with CryptoKitties will find it very similar. The website is close to a complete copy, with the only notable difference being that instead of cats, you have dogs. This is the only notable difference. The other key difference is that the game isn't based on Ethereum. Instead, it's based on A-Chain. A-Chain is a public blockchain platform that enables developers of all levels of experience to issue tokens, smart contracts, create applications, and blockchain systems. It sounds just like Ethereum, however, it is based on a concept named fork theory. A-Chain allows developers to easily fork coins and tokens based on its platform. This means that instead of creating tokens like CryptoKitties on Ethereum, developers can easily fork the blockchain to produce a new coin, just like how Bitcoin Cash forked away from Bitcoin. The fact that the new platform will have its own blockchain means that the original chain won't be affected by congestion or spam on the secondary chain. There is no fear of a game overcrowding a billion-dollar network. A-Chain is also capable of processing 1,000 transactions a second compared to Ethereum's measly 12 transactions per second. This transaction throughput, combined with the scalability and flexibility from easily creating forks, could become very useful in other applications, not just games. So the decentralized this is actually pretty cool, guys, and I would say that so now we've reported on CryptoKitties, we've reported on crypto celebrities, and now we're getting Cryptodogs. I think it's funny. I think that why don't they just call it Crypto Puppies? That would be a lot better. So with that, I just wanted you guys to end up seeing that for the article, so that way you can see what's going on with the next craze. You do have to use Google Translate to get in on this, but like with crypto celebrities, I think with Cryptodogs, you could end up making quite a bit of money if you're in and out fast enough. So you could also end up collecting them for whatever purposes you'd like as well. So let's see, next. Coindesk.com puts out this article that says the decentralized web just might need databases too. So there's a gap in the vision for the decentralized internet. At least that's according to Bluzelle, which recently raised $19.5 million in an ICO aimed at creating a network of decentralized online databases. Let's see, while several companies, including Filecoin and Storage, are already working on decentralized file storage, Bluzelle is targeting the databases that keep data quickly and easily accessible for websites and applications to pull from. These databases make the internet more useful for interactive tasks, such as updating weather and stock prices, and Bluzelle wants to bring that flexibility to the decentralized web, which is currently as slow as molasses. So the so-called structured data gives websites and apps faster access to data they can read, change, and be updated externally. And following the interest by investors to fund what they call protocol tokens, there seems to be consensus that now's the time to be investing in this specific protocol. Bluzelle sold 33% of its total pool of 500 million crypto tokens to 7,000 people and organizations. Let's see. Pavel Baines, CEO and co-founder of Bluzelle, said he believes the traditional tech companies will switch to decentralized database platforms as the technology matures. He says, "We see us as a complementary piece for the whole ecosystem. A natural complementary piece is going to be the database layer. What we've seen is, over the last year, is nobody's really tackling this problem." So they're going to end up releasing 2 tokens. And so the first one is going to be BLZ, the Ethereum-based ERC20 compliant token, and it was sold during the ICO. That one's already done. And okay, so Bluzelle found, as others such as Kik and Mobius have noticed, is that Ethereum-based token transactions are just too slow and expensive for a surface that, at scale, will need to constantly be running loads of microtransactions. If it's not fast, it's not going to be attractive, Baines said. In this way, BTN will act as the speedy, cheap token for micropayments. So Baines says if you did all those, let's see, they want to, plus the company wants to be able to provide just-in-time pricing, meaning the price paid to specific nodes to host, share, and write data, and will change on the fly based on demand on the network. If you did all those kinds of changes with a credit card or a traditional system, you'd eat a lot of merchants' fees. So what is this? What is this? What are we doing? Basically, this is kind of like a decentralized database, and it's going to have to be how the decentralized web starts to prop itself up and structure itself. And I think that's very important because as it is right now, centralization through different databases such as like Bluehost and HostGator and Google and Amazon, they have such big databases that those are big points of failure for quite a few businesses. In fact, I was even reading about how there were some classified government documents that were stripped out of an Amazon web server. And it's kind of sad, in fact, that like we end up having to use public devices like Amazon Web Services in order to try to hide classified information, because as I was reading about it, it was actually stolen from it, and who knows what happened to those classified documents and where they are, but that's not anything to end up reporting like a big article on. Just the point is that, getting access and knowing how to manipulate Amazon Web Services can obviously help you with a lot of different things if you were like a terrorist or somebody that's trying to get all that data. And so the decentralized web could end up doing something different, where it would end up making a whole bunch of different hard drives that people can end up storing their data on. And when they store their data there, they will have to pay in a certain token, like BZN tokens, to store their data online. and the price it'll cost you to store data will be dependent on how many people are using the blockchain at the time. So if it's like during really busy hours or something like that, then yeah, you could definitely end up seeing that it would probably cost a lot more to host some of your pictures or videos on this type of blockchain storage service. And then, you know, way late at night or during times that people aren't usually using it, you'll be able to store your data on a decentralized web very cheaply. And so that's a very good way of seeing how these things are starting to kind of like, they're starting to, I guess I could just say the way that they're being governed, but I wanted to be careful about saying that just because, you know, they're not really governed by any central entity. They're just being governed by, you know, the number of people using the network at the time. So I think that's beautiful. And something for you guys to know as well is that when these streams are uploaded to DTube, I have to actually make sure that I can, sometimes when I try to get it on DTube, it doesn't work. And it takes like 2, 3, 4 attempts for me to end up uploading some of these videos to the decentralized web. And that's just because it's very slow right now and it's very immature. But as it starts to mature, it will be easier. And just another example is that currently on DTube, it seems as though you can only upload one video at a time across all the users. So I've actually had to wait in line before to upload my video to DTube, and I've actually had to be like the 12th or 13th person waiting in line just so that DTube could take my video and put it on the blockchain. So that's where you guys can see that right now, just like what I'm dealing with and anybody else that's dealing with this on DTube or the decentralized web, you know, we have to wait in line in order to update our stuff and upload our videos. And sometimes some people may be uploading long and big and 4K videos. So from that, you might have to wait a little bit longer. So this is something that, you know, we're starting to see that decentralized web is going to need decentralized databases. And if we had multiple databases to start uploads at, by the time each upload completes, then it could hit the blockchain and people wouldn't really have to wait in line. They could send their data to a different database, and then after a little bit of time, that database could then send it over to the blockchain so it could signal all databases to start capturing it. So if you have more questions about that, throw that out in chat. But that's pretty much the way that I see it working. And I think that's beautiful. So yeah, if you have more questions, let me know. But next, Cointelegraph.com puts out this article that says, goodbye Kickstarter. The blockchain-based project called Acorn is trying to get into the crowdfunding space. So a new Ethereum blockchain-based platform called Acorn seeks to create an open global community and marketplace for crowdfunding, opening it up to new participants such as those living in developing countries. By incorporating P2P smart contract-based governance, Acorn plans to supersede the current roster of crowdfunding platforms and offer a service which will overcome geographic, political, and economic borders. It also intends to mitigate any issues that may otherwise arise from cross-national jurisdiction and litigation. According to the project's team, the use of the decentralized blockchain for transaction verification and storage and a proprietary token, Acorn, it's going to be listed as OAK, O-A-K, means that Acorn can bypass local taxation that would otherwise apply. By funding through an ICO and utilizing the Ethereum blockchain, the Acorn Collective will eradicate the traditional 3 to 5% transaction fees and 5% platform fees normally associated with other crowdfunding platforms such as Kickstarter and Indiegogo. And that's what their white paper says. So that's really, really beautiful. And the pre-sale is going to be starting on Friday, February 19th. And if you guys are interested in that, you know, just go ahead and take a look at Acorn's website, which is aco.ai. So, and they're starting a 50% discount right now. So that's awesome. And then next, Bitcoinist.com puts out this article today that says cryptocurrency ads disappear from Chinese social media. Interesting. So the crypto clampdown continues in China. The latest round finds cryptocurrency ads disappearing from Chinese social media. The last few months have not been that gentle to cryptocurrency in mainland China. First, the People's Bank of China banned the use of ICOs, saying that a whopping 90% of them were fraudulent. Later on, Bitcoin mining came under attack as the national government sought to end the practice and transition miners into new occupations. Now cryptocurrency ads have disappeared from Chinese social media, gone in a puff of smoke. It appears that crypto mining and ICOs were not the end of China's war against virtual currencies. People who search for terms like Bitcoin, ICO, and cryptocurrency on Chinese social media will draw a blank. The South Morning China Post is reporting that searches for crypto subjects on Weibo, a Chinese social media site akin to Twitter, and Baidu, China's largest search engine, do not return any results. When contacted, Weibo told SMCP they no longer allow cryptocurrency ads at all. Baidu did not respond to any inquiries, but the message is coming through loud and clear. So the ban on cryptocurrency ads on Chinese social media follows a similar ban instituted by Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg and company claimed that they were combating unscrupulous players from advertising financial products and services frequently associated with misleading or deceptive promotional practices. In the case of Facebook, one could say that when God closes a door, he opens a window. Sandy Lang, an operations manager at Bitcoin, says that following about Facebook's crypto ban. She says, "We usually post ads on cryptocurrency or blockchain media. There are a lot of professional choices. Facebook is good for letting newbies know about us, but it's only one channel. If we can't use this one in the future, we could use others." Lang says that they plan on advertising on Reddit and Twitter as their good alternatives to Facebook. And so government control leaves few alternatives, guys. Such cannot be said for China. However, the central government maintains an iron grip on online content. The scope of internet censorship in China is staggering. This means that the ban on cryptocurrency ads will have a greater effect as the number of viable alternative platforms to advertise on is essentially nil. So fascinating, family. So I just want you guys to end up seeing that. So right now we're seeing that the people in China, my heart goes out to you. And Facebook users, my heart goes out to you as well, because now you're being controlled and you're being censored because Mark Zuckerberg and the central governments of China, and the central bank of China has actually started to ban cryptocurrency ads altogether. Now, all of my family that's living in the US watching this, I just want you to think to yourselves, what's the biggest bank you know of? Do you think it's like First Bank? You think it's Citi, Chase, Bank of America? Who cares? Here's why I'm asking. The reason why is because I want you to ask yourselves this. What would you do if Bank of America decided to ban all cryptocurrency ads in Google? And Americans just could not find cryptocurrency ads. Yesterday we could get all up and down it. We could talk about it. We were all into it and everything. But today, Bank of America decides, you know what, America? We're the bank, and we decide we're going to ban all cryptocurrency terms from Google. How would you feel? Because I want you to know that that's the equivalent of what's happening in China right now. So there is one bank in China that is controlling all of the cryptocurrency ads across social media. Sad. That's centralized power. And my heart goes out to you. So bless you, people of China. Also, people of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg said that he is going to end up banning all cryptocurrency ads as well. My only question to you is, why would we still be on it? There's plenty of alternatives now. If anybody hasn't gotten on it already, get on that Steemit platform. That's where my blog is. That's where I'm posting every day. It's a decentralized blockchain. And if you upload something to DTube, it automatically happens on your Steemit blog. So, it's just beautiful. It's already set up for you. So, I just want you guys to see that. But there's still some good news about Facebook coming up. Bitcoinist.com puts out this article that says Pineapple Fund ups Bitcoin charity donation to $5 million for OMF. So the Pineapple Fund ups its Bitcoin charity for the Open Medicine Foundation from $1 million to a full $5 million. In the last few weeks, we have seen a lot of doom and gloom on the crypto front. However, there are still lots of positive things happening in the Bitcoin world. Case in point is the continuing donations given out by the Pineapple Fund. The organization just recently upped its Bitcoin charity donation to the Open Medicine Foundation to a staggering $5 million USD. Giving some more. Back on January 14th, the Pineapple Fund gave $1 million to the Open Medicine Foundation. The OMF is involved in research for myalgic encephalomyelitis. Myalgic encephalomyelitis. Hey, if I'm butchering any names during this stream, no disrespect is meant. And chronic fatigue syndrome, and other related chronic complex diseases. So, the response by the OMF and people afflicted with such conditions was incredibly moving. Thousands of comments poured in on Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit, all of them thanking the Pineapple Fund for its generosity. One comment that is typical of the responses says, "Thank you for giving hope to people suffering with this disease. My son had it for about 10 years. Most of that time it was not recognized as an illness, let alone a serious one. A life full of exhaustion and pain may come to an end soon for him and other sufferers." So the Pineapple Fund was extremely moved by the thousands of responses, so much so that they decided to up their total Bitcoin charity donation amount to $5 million by giving another $4 million. So this is using Bitcoin for good. The Pineapple Fund was started by an anonymous person who goes by the moniker of Pine. They were an early investor, miner, trader of Bitcoins who amassed a fortune over time as the price of Bitcoin shot up. Pine says that his or her Bitcoin address is one of the richest 250 addresses today. As for the Pineapple Fund, Pine says that he or she has more money that they can spend in their lifetime. In fact, the $86 million value of the Pineapple Fund is higher than the total market capitalization of Bitcoin back when Pine first got involved with the cryptocurrency. What does that mean? His wallet is now worth more than everything that Bitcoin was worth when he got into it. Amazing. So Pine decided to use his or her crypto fortune to help out charities in need. To date, the Pineapple Fund has donated $37 million to 42 different charities. As that the blockchain is fully transparent, all Bitcoin charity donations can be verified. So should more crypto millionaires use their fortune for the good like Pine does? What do you guys think? Let me know about it. Next, in news, Bitcoins.com puts out this article today that says Ehab, a blockchain-based solution for the housing crisis. A new project named Ehab aims to empower people to create and finance affordable, sustainable housing projects through a decentralized platform. The platform will enable collaborative design efforts and allow investors from around the globe to share in the profits from these new innovative developments. So, a need for change. The world population continues to increase dramatically and is expected to reach 8.5 billion people by 2030, posing a growing strain on the Earth system and its resources. At the same time, there is a resource management system in place which sees the majority of resources and gains in production going to a small minority at the top. Ehab is a new project that is hoping to rectify this imbalance in power, enable more sustainable places to be built, and to grant autonomy back to underserved individuals and groups in the housing market. So I just want you guys to see this. Ehab's vision. They plan to solve global crisis of the housing with their decentralized platform that will act as a tool for the democratic designing, funding, and building of new homes. Decentralization takes the financial influence out of the hands of the banks who have control over how money is invested and ultimately who builds and what type of homes are built. Decentralization also removes the decision-making power over how our urban areas look and are built from developers, and it hands it to people working with designers to create truly human places. The Ehab platform will connect housing developers, landowners, and crowdfunders seamlessly. Circumventing banks gives individuals the power to use cheap, modern technologies for their housing projects, and community-driven development gives people a say in how their community is designed. So I think this is beautiful. So the token sale is happening. Ehab is preparing to launch their token pre-sale, which will last February 9th through the 19th. During the pre-sale, the following incentive structure is being offered. You're going to get a 50% bonus if you purchase any tokens the 9th through the 13th. Any tokens purchased the 14th through the 19th get a 30% bonus. The main token sale will take place from March 1st through April 30th, and contributors who get in before April 1st will receive a 10% bonus. So it's Ehab's token will be valued at 1 ETH, and it'll be 20,000 EHB, with the lowest possible purchase denomination being 0.05 ETH, 1000 EHB. So this is beautiful, guys. And what we can end up seeing here is that, again, some more positive news for cryptocurrencies and blockchains together. We're now seeing that there's housing crises happening across the planet right now, family. And what's really good to see is that Ehab can be a coin that could start to end up allowing people to get a cheap and affordable housing, and they're going to be doing a great token sale coming up. So just wanted to show you guys that. Next in the news, CNBC. So this is something mainstream, but check this out. CNBC says on January 31st, the number of people using Facebook daily in North America dropped for the first time. Dang, I'm so happy. So the number of people in the US and Canada who check Facebook every day dropped between the third and fourth quarter of 2017, the first such quarterly drop in company history. Facebook usage in North America has been largely flat for the last several years, leaving international growth to pick up the slack. But the drop suggests that Facebook usage has reached a saturation point in its first and most lucrative market and could foretell similar usage drops around the world. The drop could also be a result of the steady drumbeat of negative press about Facebook, including concern over foreign governments using Facebook posts to divide the U.S. electorate during the 2016 election season, and growing concern over violent and other inappropriate content on the site. If usage flattens, Facebook will have to pack more ads into the news feed, charging advertisers more per impression, or figure out new and similarly profitable business areas to maintain long-term growth. Facebook claimed that 184 million users in the daily users in the US and Canada in Q4 2017, down from 185 in Q3. That's beautiful. So like as it is right now, we're now starting to see finally Facebook is starting to decline with the number of people that are out there, and this is just some positive news. And I think with all of the alternatives that are starting to come out there and the alternatives that are actually going to reward people for the things that they make, this is going to make it very difficult for Facebook to combat this. I fully will see and expect Facebook to create its own cryptocurrency to try to fight back against this. I also think that, you know, Facebook is going to end up charging more, and they're going to end up putting more ads into people's feeds, and, you know, it's turning into more and more trash. And so I just wanted you guys to see that, so that way you can make the decision on, do I really want to continue posting anything on that site anymore? And is this what Silky was always talking about when he was saying, this is why I never have Facebook? And so I just want you guys to start maybe to think about stripping your information off of Facebook, like your photos and things like that, and then starting to look for alternatives that might reward you a little bit better, such as the Steemit blockchain and other alternatives out there like that. So I just wanted you guys to see that, because yeah, Facebook is now declining on the numbers. Next, BBC.com put out this cool article that says Egypt unveils a 4,400-year-old tomb of an ancient priestess. Archaeologists in Egypt have unveiled the newly discovered tomb of an ancient priestess that dates back 4,400 years. The tomb, found near Cairo, is adorned with well-preserved and rare wall paintings depicting the priestess Hetpet in a variety of scenes. Hetpet was a priestess to the goddess of fertility, Hathor, who assisted women in childbirth. It was found during excavations near the Great Pyramid of Giza, Egypt's Antiquities Ministry says. This site in Giza's Western Cemetery housed officials from the Old Kingdom's 5th dynasty, some of which have already been dug up since 1842. We know, of course, that she was a high official and that she had a strong link with the royal palace. Egyptian Antiquities Minister Khaled Al-Anani said, describing Hetpet on Saturday. So yeah, just wanted you guys to see that. Let me see if I can find any more pictures on this article from this, because it's actually beautiful. So that is really cool. Boom, look at this. Let's see if I can get this a little bigger. Boom. New tomb discovered, and I just think that is beautiful. Look at that, guys. So not only this, but I think there's going to be many, many, many more discoveries in Egypt coming about very soon. Oh, such scenes are rare and have only been found previously in the Old Kingdom tomb of Ka-Iber, where a painting shows a monkey dancing in front of a guitarist, not an orchestra. Mustafa Waziri of the Supreme Council of Antiquities told AFP News Agency. Minister Anani said he was hopeful of further discoveries at the site, which is located about 12 miles south of Cairo. We're going to continue digging in this area, and I believe that very soon we're going to discover something. I think that they already have, and that's beautiful. An entrance leading to an L-shaped shrine. That's just so beautiful. Oh, hey, looks like we could end up watching a little bit of this. Hey. Oh. Play the video. The Egyptian Minister of Antiquities. That guy's probably seen so many things that he can't talk about. Wow. This helps me remember. Oh wow, that's so cool. Wow. Priestess is hunting and fishing, musical and dance performances. Look at that, that's so beautiful. Yeah, so I just wanted you guys to see that. And with that, that's the news, family. So yeah, I just wanted you guys to see that. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw those out in chat. Speaking of chat, let me check the chat. Hey, what's up, KP? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for getting up on the spaceship. Woo! Minds.com, right? Minds.com, exactly, guys. Let me go ahead and actually, you know what? Transition back off. Dun, dun, dun. Let me get this back. So anybody that doesn't know about this, Minds.com is excellent. Thank you so much for reminding me of this. I have an account on here. Go ahead and, so I have an account on here. Search for me, Sovereign Starseed. But I haven't posted anything yet. What's really cool about this is, guys, it's kind of like, I would call it like a blockchain-based version of Tumblr meets like Instagram, meets like Reddit, meets like Facebook with the thumbs down button. Yep, all that right there. And so yeah, isn't this beautiful? And like you can end up seeing like a lot of the stuff that's happening, and a lot of times, I'm not sure why I'm not seeing any here, but you'll be able to see like the payouts that's happening on each one of these posts. So you guys, oh hey, that's the picture of the chimpanzee that I reported on, or no, the macaque that I reported on a little while ago. That was just a random piece of news I was telling you guys about. The crested macaque. David Slater's camera, and she photographed herself. Like David Slater, I'll just tell you guys about this. I did a previous stream about him, and any of you guys that are into photography, you know, this is just a cool lesson to learn, is that basically David Slater was traveling through the mountains of Indonesia where this was taken, and he got so close to these macaques, these monkeys, that he was able to get them to grab his camera and take a selfie and squeeze the shutter and look at the camera without blinking. And he got them to do that. And he eventually was able to end up making quite a bit of money off of it, enough to pay off the rest of his trip. But then Wikipedia and I think Tech Blog or something like that used this image right here. And he kindly asked them if they could take it down because it's his photo. And Wikipedia and I think Tech Blog, whatever it is, they both said, no, we're not taking it down because it's not your photo. In fact, it's her photo, and we can't remember, I don't remember what the name is of that specific macaque, but it was just crazy because like he had to go to court and he's having to battle for the copyrights of this photo because now there is a animal rights protection group that is claiming the rights to speak for this monkey right here, and they are also claiming to represent this monkey in court so that they could get this monkey the damages that this monkey faced by having this photo spread. And yeah, look through my previous streams. You'll be able to see it there. A lot of the articles that we go over are now listed in the video descriptions, so that way you can end up seeing it without having to watch the whole stream. So just check the previous video descriptions. That way you will be like, oh, okay, this has to do with photography. Let me check on this. And usually, I'm putting the articles in the description in the same order that I go through them in the stream, unless something cool comes up like this, like somebody reminds me of mine. So yes, I'm on there. Check for me, Starseed. Follow me. Turn on the post notifications. I'm not on there yet, but I'll be on there. And so, yeah, with that, thank you so much for telling me about that because, yeah. The other cool thing that you guys should know, too, is that they have apps for Google Play and iPhone and the App Store. So that way you guys can end up downloading those apps and you can see it, and it actually looks pretty good. So, with that, family, that's the news. That's it. Me either, but I like scrolling. I know, right? Right? Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, with that, guys, I just want to say thank you. I'm super grateful for you. And, yeah, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this file and I'm going to upload it to DTube, and I'm going to wait in line for the blockchain to give me a slot to put this video on the blockchain. So that's currently what I have to go through, and anybody else has to go through whenever they're uploading to the decentralized web. But, you know, every day people realize that that's a pain, and so they're trying to make it a lot easier. But that's what'll be happening next is we'll be staying up for a bit, trying to upload this up to the blockchain chain, and just kind of studying. So with that, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this. Be hopeful for some stuff. Maybe take your favorite photos and all your stuff out from Facebook and start getting it up on mine. Start getting it up on Steemit, other things. And yeah, you know, just let your friends know about that, because now we have new platforms that can actually give back to you instead of having one central controller like Mark Zuckerberg going, you know what? I don't think I want to do crypto ads anymore. All you Facebook users have to deal with it. And because so many people have invested so much of their lives into that website, they're going to deal with all the new ads. They're going to deal with everything. So, yeah. It's going to be an interesting one to see how that plays out. Other than that, though, I'm just super grateful for you guys. Super grateful to be alive at this time. And another thing is that, yeah, we only got 10 days until Acapulco. So take a look at anarchapulco.com. If there's anything on there that you're interested in seeing and you want to see me stream, go ahead and get prepared to throw that out in chat so I could take some notes and get that ready. But I'll just go ahead and end off and just saying that, you know, bless everyone. Bless all the animals. Bless all the minerals. Bless all the elements. And bless all the plants. Bless all the humans. And bless everybody else that's not human but on Earth as well. Bless all the multi-dimensional beings that are in other dimensions walking around right now. And just send that blessed pulse way out into the universe so that the other stars feel us. Super grateful for you guys. This is Sovereign Starseed. I'll be back tomorrow night. Probably 10 o'clock Mountain, 5 o'clock Universal. And we might do an esoteric study session. Bling, 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 bling. And thank you guys so much for being here and participating. You're the ones that make this stream. So if you have any questions about any of this type of stuff, you want me to review anything like that on the stream, let's bring it up. I love that you brought up mine. So, yes. Have a great night, family. This is Sovereign Starseed saying good night to all the beings of Earth.